All right, hey guys, just how difficult is it to, I guess, slow down and contain Chennedy Carter?
Definitely not easy.
No.
I mean, I don't think this is on. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely not easy. You know, I played with Chennedy and she really has a real talent, and being able to structure like a system or schemes around her is tough. It's hard.
The things that she did tonight that like gave you guys problems were what? Like, was it necessarily the downhill drives, or was it even sort of deeper than that, Nancy?
Yeah, I mean, I think with defense, it takes a team to guard someone. So it's not an individual matchup. I think, we could have helped whoever was matched up on her, just being there on the split line, being there to rotate, just making her shots tough. She did make some tough shots, but I think, as Nneka said, she's a great player. So she knows, how to get to her spots. And she is quick. So just it takes 5 on the floor to defend her.
Then at the end there, you guys were down 9 and you cut it to 2. Did you feel as if you just ran out of time?
I felt like we allowed a 30-point third quarter. I think that's something that playing a team like that, you just can't do that. I think that's tough right there. And of course, towards the end, when we were able to make our push, the clock ran out.
Going right off of that, Nneka, what kind of happened in the third period that allowed them to be so effective?
I mean, they were scoring. They were definitely scoring. And I think that I think at times we were kind of overthinking a little bit when it came to how we wanted to be effective, with whatever stops we were able to get. But definitely coming out the gate and scoring, they set the tone for that second half in the third quarter.
As you said, a career high with 8 block shots, and a lot of them were very emphatic. Just talk about all of those, and then Nneka, I guess, from your perspective, seeing those.
Yeah, I mean, the guards do a really great job of getting downhill, and something I like to do is just, be there defensively for my teammates. So I definitely think I could have done it more, but just being there on split line, being there to help getting deflections. It doesn't necessarily have to be a block, but yeah, just being there to help my teammates.
Yeah, I mean, it's such assertive energy when Ezzy takes those shots and just swats them. It's always surprising every time, even though we know that she's capable of it. And I'm just really glad to know that we have her kind of as like the finisher, the closer on the defensive end.
And Nneka, what did you guys see out of Angel Reese, and was her 3-point shot on the scouting report?
I mean, Angel, she plays with energy. She plays with energy and confidence. And it's not necessarily something that she's known for, but she's in the league. Like everybody in this league is capable, and she showed that today. So, she definitely demanded that respect with her outside shot tonight.
I just wanted to ask a little bit more about what you guys were thinking in the post, because these are the top 2 teams in points in the post, and that was where a lot of the points came from tonight. What was your plan heading into this, and did that work, or did you have to kind of change it as you went through the game?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they have great post players, great guards that get points in the paint as well. I think just obviously playing on the front foot and trying to prevent that, being more aggressive defensively, kind of, making a stand in the first quarter and sustaining that throughout the game. But yeah, they, play basketball too, so they, got to their spots. But I think just limiting points in the paint is something that we'll look at, and yeah, come Sunday, we'll be better at that.
For either of you, do you think it was more difficult to get to the rim and get points in the paint tonight because of the presence of Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso in particular?
I mean, that's something that you always have to consider with this team. They have such a strong front court. between those two and even, you know, Izzy and Bree. I think knowing when to go is something that we recognized at times, but maybe didn't sustain throughout the whole game. And maybe not, you know, overthinking when we did catch it in the paint. I think because of their strong presence, there are times when you're expecting someone to come and that can kind of take you out of your rhythm. And so understanding to recognize what's open once you get into the paint is something that we can probably do better on Sunday.
And for you, Izzy, I was talking to Jordan the other day and she mentioned that you guys have sort of sayings for yourself within your accountability trio, and yours is "I am that girl." Just it felt like you were particularly aggressive today, going for rebounds, going for those blocks. Do you feel like, you know, through that saying and with your accountability partners, you're starting to embody that a little bit more?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm very lucky in the teammates that I have, just instilling like confidence. You know, Nneka and Jordan were the ones that came up with that for me. So I think just, you know, saying that it does, you know, start to become something that I do think. But I know my team, you know, needs me to play aggressively, needs me to bring that energy, no matter if it's rebounding, blocking shots, getting deflection. So as much as that saying's for me, it's for my teammates as well.
Got time for a few questions. Still, Jordan on Zoom. Go ahead with your question.
Hey ladies, so my first question is for Ezzy. You had 8 blocks, but only 13 points. You did kind of run into foul trouble a little bit. Do you think part of that is what kept you from getting into a rhythm throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think I need to do a better job of staying foul discipline.
I
Obviously,
mean, you still played 30 minutes, only 13.
yeah.
Like that's not enough points. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I meant. I was just
Oh.
saying I'm used to more. Like that's still good, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, I can do a better job of staying foul discipline. Obviously, you know, Angel and Camilla are great players, so just being more proactive rather than reactive defensively.
And then my second question is for both of you all. Jordan Horston had another solid game. Just talk about what you both have learned from her and how she makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
I mean, Jordan, I think that I talk about how Jordan and Izzy are the future of this team. And she's, you know, she's really taken the experience that she had last year and transformed that into, you know, maturing beyond her second year and coming out and defending, you know, the toughest person on the court. You know, I think that we get a lot of energy from her in that way. And also Izzy too. You know, Jordan kind of sets the tone along with like Sky on the ball and then as he closes it out. So, you know, I know that she's also very hard on herself, but I want her to know that she is a huge asset on this team on both ends of the floor.
Thank you.
And last question. Thanks, Jordan. And last question will go to Jeff.
But yeah, Nneka, the game, very intense, close game down the stretch, everything, crowd's electric. Kind of talking about Ezzy and Jordan, it kind of felt like a playoff atmosphere.
Mhm.
Even in this loss, like how can a game like this kind of build them up and prepare them for the playoffs?
Them?
Yeah, like younger players.
Oh, younger players?
Like
Oh.
Jordan and Ezzy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like your 5th season in the league. I'm just kind of like, yeah. I mean, I think, you know, not just the atmosphere, but also the nature of playing a team twice in 3 days. You know, we just did that with Dallas, and you find that since the bubble, you know, you find that as kind of more of what you face like on the road now. Being in one city for a few days and playing 2 teams. And I think that locking into the adjustments and watching the game back and preparing for the next one without dwelling necessarily on the mistakes of the last is something that it's not even just young players. You know, I think it's all players can usually use that as really great experience as, you know, as you kind of get into the meat of this season, like we're halfway through right now. So there's that, there's the atmosphere, you know, there's people really just fighting to stay in their spots and move up the ladder. And then also getting to play the same team in 72 hours. That's really great playoff experience.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks.
thanks, ladies. And we'll have Coach in here in just a minute.
Thank you.
We got 10 minutes with Coach. Percy, start us out.
Hey there, coach. How tough was it to contain Chennedy Carter?
Yeah, she's a tough matchup because she puts so much pressure at the rim. She's very athletic. We have very athletic defender on her. When you contest with verticality, she's still able to get to the penthouse and finish over you. So we knew that coming in. She's playing at a high level and trying to contain what she does, but even still, she's very quick.
And then in that third quarter, it felt that like the game sort of got away from you guys a bit. What happened in that third quarter?
I don't believe we've given up 30 points in a quarter this season. I could be wrong. Defensively, it's just tough, when they get O boards, when they're physical, when we're, so I thought some of our pace stuff offensively was lacking a little bit and just the energy level. But yeah, defensively, not taking care of the basketball, all of those things kind of contributed to a not so good third quarter.
And then, obviously it's early, but you face these guys on Sunday. What's probably the first of mind thing that sort of has to change?
Yeah, sorry, going back to your last question, I believe it was like 22 points in the paint in that third quarter as well. So we just weren't keeping people out the paint. Our mindset is this game is over. We can't get it back. What we will do is prepare. We will adjust, look at the film and see where we could get better with the quick turnaround in the early game Sunday. Can't dwell on it. We move forward and we continue to get better.
With Chennedy Carter, is it just like an elite like downhill speed that makes her so difficult? And then also, I guess, talk about Angel Reese. I think she had a career high tonight.
Yeah, she's elite. Quickness, there's not a lot you can do. She's not in ball screens, so you can't really, trap her. She's, a lot of isolations, getting downhill. So that's what it is. And then her efficiency, 15 to 424, she didn't miss a lot of shots because she's getting 2 feet in the paint and really finishing at a high level. I thought Angel Reese played well. She's a dog. Her mentality is to be physical, to play harder than you. And she's playing with a lot of confidence. And I don't think we match that or exceed that energy level. But the beauty of life, you get an opportunity sometimes, second chance to get it together. So we'll be a lot more focused on those matchups come Sunday.
On the positives, Jordan Horston had a season high 20 points, very efficient from the floor. Ezzy had 13, 8, and 8 blocks.
Yeah.
Just talk about Jordan and Ezzy's performance.
Yeah, I thought that Ezzy cleaned up a lot of our mistakes. A lot of those blocks came from help side, and not necessarily mistakes, but them getting downhill and just being vertical and using her instincts to block shots. 8 blocks is amazing. And then Jordan, she's been taking on some tough assignments. And, I know she's probably beating herself up because she thinks, Chennedy had a great game, but at the end of the day, it's a team effort. I think that Jordan is really, really developing her mind, her body for being an elite defender in this league, but also showcasing the offseason work and her efficiency offensively.
Hey, Coach, thanks for taking time. I just wanted to ask a little bit more about the paint and what you guys' plan was coming into the game, because you guys are the 2 top teams in the league for scoring the paint. And if you felt like it went how you wanted to or not.
No, we gave up 50 points in the paint. Their average is at 44. I'm sorry, at 44 or 46 around that. We're right below them. We got our average. So they got some things to take care of as well. But a lot of we understand that, we're trying to pack the paint and all those things. The offensive rebounds, the second chance points matter. It's a load. It's very difficult. It was tough when you only hit, when they hit 5 more threes than you, a team that's low in 3-point percentage. And so some of that neutralizes things, getting some threes, but also the free throw line. We shot 26, but I think we could have been a little bit more aggressive during portions of the game to not settle.
Here's Jeff. Any other questions? You're it. Michaela's coming.
I kind of asked Nneka this. It was very good game from like a neutral perspective, close, tight game, electric crowd, everything. Especially for players like Jordan, even as he's been around for so long, but she's still so young. It felt like a playoff atmosphere to me. And then even in the loss, like how can that be a benefit to your team with players like Jordan and Ezzy playing big roles in a tight, close, competitive game?
Yeah, it matters. Every rep that we can get this season with those two particularly, is important. It is like a, playoff, cadence as it relates to just playing them again on Sunday. And so who's for us is what adjustment, will we make? How will those two, be even better, defensively and us as a team, just being sharper on both ends of the floor. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Whether it's the energy of the crowd, the tight, the game, possession by possession. These are reps that, are very important to our young players. Yep.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it. See you on Sunday.
Thanks, Coach.